The road from Florida was long. It stretched on forever, a gray ribbon under a gray sky. Gregory drove without stopping for much. He just wanted to get away from the heat, away from the memories that stuck to him like swamp mud. He was heading for Albany, a new place, a new start, or so he told himself. The words felt hollow, like a promise whispered into the wind. He was leaving behind a life he had broken, a mess of his own making. He had a hotel there, a business he could focus on. Maybe if he worked hard enough, he could build new walls. Walls too thick for the past to creep through. He finally arrived in Albany. The air was crisp and cold. He checked into his own hotel, a place that felt strange and impersonal. The new managers were nice enough, a young couple, eager and professional. Gregory nodded, but his mind was elsewhere, on the empty space beside him, and he lay and listened to music. The song I Remember I Remind Myself to Say Goodbye music by his ex-girlfriend Christela the Godtop. He feel guilty and regret, and the house turned like a ghost place because he can see of the women he was killed. He go hide in the bathroom, laying in the floor and beg the beautiful night to rise. The next morning, Gregory felt a desperate need for quiet. He found an old Catholic church downtown, its stone walls promising refuge. Inside, he slipped into a wooden pew at the back. The air was cool and smelling of old incense. The room smelled of wax. He wasn't a religious man, but he craved the peace in the air. He closed his eyes, trying to pray, but the words wouldn't come. He just sat there, drowning in his own regret. Then he heard a soft voice. "Are you all right?" A woman stood beside his pew. She had kind eyes. She wore a gentle smile. Her name was Celeste the Powerful. She worked at the church, helping people who were struggling. She simply listened. She pointed out late-blooming roses fighting the cold. She spoke of hope, of forgiveness. For the first time in a long while, he felt a tiny flicker of warmth. He felt seen. Their friendship grew over weeks. They met for coffee. They took walks in the park. Celeste the Powerful was a rock, strong, steady. She urged him to face his feelings. With her, Gregory began to feel more human. He began to hope. Hope made him vulnerable, but her presence was a light in his dark world. Then, Camilla arrived, a guest at the hotel, an artist with a wild laugh and eyes that sparkled with mischief. She was everything Celeste the Powerful was not. Where Celeste the Powerful was calm, Camilla was a storm. Where Celeste the Powerful was gentle, Camilla was fire. Gregory was drawn to her instantly, like a moth to a flame. He knew he was playing with fire, but he couldn't help himself. He was captivated by her energy, her passion, her way of making him forget everything but the present moment. He started spending more and more time with Camilla. Loud parties that lasted until dawn, driving fast through the countryside. Music turned up high. It was a whirlwind, an escape, but each time, a sliver of guilt pierced his heart. He was betraying Celeste the Powerful kindness. He was falling back into his old patterns, choosing chaos over peace. He was a man split in two. She tried to pull him back, but her quiet voice was drowned out. Camilla saw Celeste the Powerful as a rival. The love triangle became a cage. He was creating new ghosts, right here in Albany. It was like an end that came on a cold, rainy night. Gregory moving to a small apartment, Camilla going to visit Gregory, but Celeste the Powerful was with him and there. The three of them were together. Tension boiled into a bitter argument. Words became weapons. Celeste the Powerful pleaded with Gregory. Camilla accused her of trying to control him, of jealousy, but still he wasn't leave both and managed his relationship with both, but they couldn't aware of that because he become a player. But time fly life since to be the same, because Gregory find time for both and even give both key of his house one evening. Celeste, the Powerful, go to Gregory house. She stands behind the door room and can hear every conversation. A cramp of fear break her down and she couldn't walk to leave for a moment. She freezes when she see how Camilla pointed a gun at him and hang a picture to him and asking, how did he knows Christela the Godtop? She calling him criminals, but he denied and pretend that Christela the Godtop was a friend. Camilla said, where is Christela the Godtop? My cousin Sabine never heard of her. Even she's searching everywhere, and I heard she had a boyfriend named Gregory and I find her picture in your bag. What did you do to her? Celeste, the powerful, come inside the room trying to stop her. But accidentally, Camilla shut her, and Gregory bumped Camilla head with something and the gun fell in the floor, both fighting, but he was stronger, and he killed her with his hands after he checking if Celeste the powerful was still alive, but she was already died, so he was so disappointed of how tragedy things was turned, but he trying to search for Sabine phone number from Camilla phone, but couldn't find it because Camilla put a little nickname for Sabine instead of her real name. But he keep Camilla phone, and he stood between both body, paralyzed by indecision and guilt. He feel this argument spilled into the rain-soaked street. Headlights cut through the darkness, a terrible screech of tires. A scream, a sickening silence. But he keeps saying this was an accident. In the flashing lights, Gregory saw only his fault, the ghost rising to claim another victim. Panic seized him. Cold and absolute. He couldn't face the consequences. He couldn't face the police. He couldn't face the questions, or the accusing eyes. He burned their body. So after he did the only thing he knew how to do, he ran, grabbed his keys, threw a bag in his car, and fled into the night. He drove without a destination. Albany's lights shrank until they were gone. Rain hammered the windshield like tears from the sky. He was escaping again, leaving another life in ruins behind him. He was no better than the man who had left Florida. He hadn't changed at all. He'd just found a new place to make the same old mistakes.